learning chapter 13, air pollution. In this chapter, we're going to learn about what air pollution is, natural and man-made air pollution, effects of air pollution, and how we can decrease air pollution. Here's a warm-up for you. Pia and Rehan are very excited about bursting crackers. They and their friends burst crackers for the whole night. It was fun, but the next day, both Pia and Rehan started coughing and had itchy, watery eyes. Do you know why? The earth is surrounded by a layer of air called as the atmosphere. This atmosphere acts like a blanket. It protects our earth from becoming too hot or too cold. We also breathe in air from this atmosphere. All living things need air to breathe, be it plants or animals. Air makes it possible for all life forms to survive on earth. When we introduce gases, dust particles, smoke or fumes or even odor which is harmful to all living things, we say that the air is polluted. Pollutants affect the natural balance of air. Polluted air is not fit for us to breathe. Inhaling smoke makes you cough and wheeze and makes your eyes watery. Exposure to smoke for a long time will damage your lungs. Some pollutants are clearly visible to our eyes. When we see smoke coming out of vehicles or factories, we know that they are polluting the air. But sometimes we cannot see the air pollutants. The particles polluting the air are so minute that we think it's clear air, but it's actually full of pollutants. We can know the degree of air pollution by the air quality index. Air contains many gases, but not all are harmful. The gases that make living things ill are called as harmful gases. Some of the most harmful air pollutants are carbon monoxide, ozone, lead, nitrogen dioxide, particulate matter, sulfur dioxide, and methane. Did you know that the most hazardous pollutants are released into the air and less into land and water put together? So what causes air pollution? Air pollution is not all man-made. It occurs naturally also, but most living things have adapted to this naturally occurring air pollution. Here are a few natural sources of air pollution. Dust. We see large areas of land with little or no vegetation. In such places, there is a lot of dry dust. When wind blows, the dust enters the air as dust storms. During dust storms that usually happen in summer, we must stay indoors. Then you will not inhale the dust. Methane. Animals produce methane gas during the digestion of their food. Some animals produce more methane gas than others. For example, cattle produce methane during the digestion of their food. Forest fires. Have you seen wood burning? Now imagine a whole forest burning. The smoke and carbon monoxide from the forest fires are a major cause of pollution. Forest fires are also called as wildfires as they happen in the wild. Volcanoes. Volcanic activity produces sulfur, chlorine, and ash particulates. They spread far and wide depending how strong the wind is blowing. Man-made air pollution. Besides nature, man also pollutes the air. Emissions from power plants, factories, etc. Have you seen a factory? They burn coal, diesel, etc. to produce things. You can see smoke coming out of a tall chimney. The smoke contains carbon monoxide and other chemicals. All these pollutants enter into the air. Pollution by automobiles. Most of the automobiles, a car, motorcycle, ship or aeroplane use fuel to run. They emit very harmful pollutants into the air. The main reason for the pollution in cities is traffic. The number of cars have increased and therefore the amount of air pollution has also increased. The smoke from cars contain dangerous gases like carbon monoxide, oxides of nitrogen and particulate matter. They cause great harm to people who breathe them. Crop burning. In many states, Farmers burn the stalk after harvesting their crop. This helps them prepare the field for the next crop. However, it causes air pollution. Forest land is also burned down to use the land for farming. Burning of wood, cow dung cakes, etc. in villages also causes air pollution. Landfills. Waste disposal in landfills causes soil pollution, water pollution, and air pollution. These landfills also generate methane gas. Can you breathe when passing by a garbage dump? No, you cannot. Imagine a landfill with garbage from all over the city. The amount of gas and odor emitted by it pollutes the air. Spraying chemicals, crop dusting, fumigating homes, cleaning products, paints, pesticides, fertilizers emit harmful chemicals into the air and cause air pollution. Bursting crackers. During festivals, especially on Deepavali, we all love to burst crackers. Crackers emit harmful smoke and chemicals into the air. Breathing these fumes causes watery eyes, cough, and breathing problems. For those who have heart or lung problems, these fumes will be very dangerous. Effects of air pollution. Ill health. Breathing pollutants causes diseases. Children are affected badly. In adults, it may cause cancer of lung, heart disease, and so on. Acid rain. Condensation and formation of rain clouds happens in the atmosphere. When the air is polluted, the pollutants react with the water. For example, sulfur dioxide reacts with water. This makes the water droplets acidic. This polluted rain is called acid rain. It harms the animals and kills the plants. Acid rain also goes into the soil and pollutes the groundwater. Smog or soot. Soot is the ash or a black layer that is left behind when we burn coal or wood. Have you ever been to a place where there are thermal power stations? The air is filled with coal ash. This coal ash, when we breathe in, also harms our lungs. Smog is smoke mixed with fog. Fog is natural in very cold weather conditions. But when there is smoke, it mixes with the air and produces a dense layer of smog. When we breathe in this smog, it damages our lungs and also irritates the eyes. Now let's think. Whenever the air is polluted outside, we do not go out. But is the air in our houses safe? Air inside our houses is also polluted. It is called indoor air pollution. In villages and towns, some people use kerosene, coal or wood to cook food. These cooking methods are harmful because they make air inside the house polluted. When an adult smokes cigarettes indoors, the others inhale that smoke. They become passive smokers. Workers in windowless rooms have poorer sleep habits and lower overall qualities of life than their counterparts. Household chemicals, dust, mite, paint, fungal growth, pollen, etc. are trapped inside our houses. Lack of ventilation in our houses makes the indoor air polluted. Let's explore. Find out what the Air Quality Index or AQI of your city is. Also find out the typical AQI for all the months. Does the AQI remain the same throughout the year or does it change? Here's a tidbit for you. Inhaling air pollution decreases life by 1 or 2 years. How to prevent air pollution? Automobiles. As we cannot avoid automobiles, we should see that they are less polluting. In many cities, buses, auto rickshaws, etc. are using compressed natural gas or CNG instead of diesel. CNG is less polluting. Decrease the use of cars by carpooling or use the metro rail. A well-maintained car is less polluting. So check every vehicle periodically to see that it is not emitting too much of harmful gas. Factories. We should make sure that harmful chemicals are filtered before the fumes go into the air. Afforestation. Trees and plants will help us to decrease dust and particulate pollution. Reuse and recycle. Producing any object causes pollution. So, if we reuse and recycle things, we will decrease the need to manufacture more. This will also ensure less waste. Reduce burning things. When we burn anything, pollutants enter the air. We should avoid burning things like crops, wood, garbage, etc. Here's a science top up for you. In India, the National Air Quality Index AQI was launched in New Delhi on 17 September 2014 under the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. The continuous monitoring systems are installed in New Delhi, Mumbai, Pune and Ahmedabad. They give us data on air pollution. Study the table given. An AQI between 0 to 50 is rated good with minimal health impact. An AQI between 51 and 100 is rated as satisfactory and it may cause ill health to sensitive people. 101 to 200 AQI is moderately polluted. It may cause discomfort to children, elderly people, people with asthma. An AQI rated between 201 to 300 is rated as poor. It may cause discomfort in breathing on prolonged exposure to even healthy adults. An AQI reading between 301 to 400 is rated as very poor. It may cause respiratory illness on prolonged exposure, especially in children, elderly people, etc. An AQI reading between 401 to 500 is rated as severe. It may cause respiratory illness on prolonged exposure even in healthy people. Here's the glossary of the chapter. Particulate matter, all solid and liquid particles suspended in the air. These particles are generally hazardous. Exhaust, waste and harmful gases that automobiles emit. Asthma, a disease of the lungs. Fossil fuels, coal, petrol, diesel, etc. are all fossil fuels. Here's a mind map for you. Air pollution causes diseases, acid rain and smog. There are two types of air pollution, natural and man-made. Natural air pollution is caused by volcanoes, dust, methane and forest fires. Man-made air pollution is caused by burning wood, cow dung cakes, crop burning, spray paints, pesticides, factories, automobiles. How to prevent air pollution? Afforestation, reduce, reuse, recycle using less fossil fuel.